This is Top Accolade Global News Updates. I am Soybifa Jackridge. Donald Trump cruised to victory in New Hampshire's Republican presidential contest on Tuesday, marching closer to a November rematch with Democratic President Joe Biden, even as his only remaining rival, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, vowed to soldier on with 57% of the expected votes tallied. According to Edison Research, Trump held a comfortable 54.4% to 43.6% lead. Haley had hoped the northeastern state's sizable cadre of independent voters would carry her to an upset win that might loosen Trump's iron grip on the Republican Party. Instead, Trump became the first Republican to sweep competitive votes in both Iowa, where he won by a record-setting margin 8 days ago, and New Hampshire since 1976, when the two states cemented their status as the first nominating contests. While the final margin was still unclear, the results will likely boast some Republican calls for Haley to drop out so the party can coalesce behind Trump. Her campaign vowed in a memo earlier on Tuesday to push forward until Super Tuesday on March 5th, when Republicans in 15 states and one territory votes. There were also warning signs for Biden. However, 3/4 of Republican primary voters said the economy was either poor or not good, an area where Biden has struggled to highlight his administration's accomplishments. Republicans made up a slightly smaller share of voters in the primary relative to the state's 2016 Republican contest in the states. The exit polls showed some 51% of voters considered themselves Republican compared to 55% in the 2016 primary. 6% said they considered themselves Democrats compared to 3% in 2016. The share of independents was little changed at 43%. The nose wheel of a Boeing 757 passenger jet operated by Delta Airlines popped off and rolled away as the plane was lining up for takeoff over the weekend from Atlanta's international airports. According to the Federation Aviation Administration (FAA), Boeing was not immediately available to comment outside regular business hour. The nose gear mishap on Saturday came on heightened scrutiny of the aircraft manufacturer by federal regulators following the mid-air blowout of a fuselage panel that left a gaping hole in an 8-week-old Boeing 737 MAX 9 jet flown by Alaska Airlines. Nobody was seriously injured in the blowout, but the FAA grounded 171 MAX 9s after the January 5th incident. The agency has since recommended that airlines operating Boeing 737-900 jets inspect door plugs on those jets to ensure they are properly secured, after some carriers reported loose hardware during inspections of grounded MAX 9 planes. According to a preliminary FAA notice filed on Monday documenting the 757 nose gear detachment, one of the 184 passengers or 6 crew members aboard was hurt in the incident, which took place at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. The report said the aircraft was lining up and waiting for takeoff when the nose wheel came off and rolled down the hill. The plane had been scheduled for a flight to Bogota, Colombia, when the mishap occurred, and a Delta spokesperson said the passengers were put a replacement flight, according to the New York Times, which broke the story late on Tuesday. Hidden cameras footage appearing to show South Korea's First Lady accepting a Dior bag as a gift has plunged President Yoon Suk-yeol and his party into a controversy that may threaten their bid to reclaim a parliamentary majority in April's election. Some members of Yoon's Conservative People Power Party (PPP) have urged the president and his wife Hyun-hee to apologize for the incident, dubbed by local media Dior bag scandal, and admits receiving the purse was at least inappropriate, in the hope of putting the matter to rest. Yoon's office said it had no information to share by opting to remain silent, and at the weekend pushing for the party leader to resign due to a disagreement over some member stands. Yoon risks creating a flashpoint that could end up costing PPP the April 10th election. Analysts say Yoon won a close election in 2022, but his PPP is a minority in the parliament, which is controlled by the rival Democratic Party. Analysts said when Kim, as the spouse of a government official, accepted the post, which had a price tag of 3 million won, that is $2,250,000, she may have violated an anti-bribery law. The president's supporters say Kim is the victim of an illegal plot to set her up and smear campaign. The case surfaced in November when a YouTube channel aired a video clip secretly recorded by a Korean American pastor with a hidden camera as he visited Kim and handed her the handbag. The pastor, Reverend Abraham Cho, who has been involved in religious exchanges with North Korea and is an advocate of engagement with Pyongyang, said he initially sought a meeting with Kim out of concerns for Yoon's hardline North Korea policy. Cho said while Kim was a family acquaintance, her response to discussion over possible luxury gifts, including Chanel cosmetic he claims he gave her in their first meeting, led him to believe such gifts were the only way to secure an audience. An unnamed presidential official told Yonhap News Agency last week that Cho has deliberately approached Kim with the intentions of illegally filming using his family connections, and that gifts to the couple are handed and stored as property of the government. Britain's Royal Mail opens new tab could cut deliveries to 5 or 3 days a week or slow the speed of delivery to 3 days or longer under options to ensure the service survives in the future, the postal regulator said on Wednesday. Later volumes have halved since 2011, regulator Ofcom said, increasing the risk that the Universal Postal Service, which offers nationwide delivery 6 days a week, will become financially and operationally unstable. Ofcom Chief Executive Melanie Dawes said, postal workers are part of the fabric of our society and are critical to communities up and down the country. Royal Mail said reform was urgently needed to protect the future of the one price goes anywhere universal service. Royal Mail, which traces its history back to the 16th century, aims to deliver letters the next business day for the price of a first-class stamp, currently £1.25. Slower second-class post is priced from £0.75. Royal Mail was privatized in 2013, ending nearly 5 centuries of state ownership. Royal Mail, owned by the holding company International Distribution Services, is battling a sharp decline in letters as emails has increased and services such as banking have gone online. Parcel volumes have increased, but the company is under financial pressure. It's made an adequate loss of £419 million, that is $532 million, in its 2022-2023 financial year. Shares in the group rose 1.8% in early deals. The Communication Workers Union (CWU) said Ofcom had no credibility in its ongoing debates about the postal service. Finnish telecom gear maker Nokia opened new tab, said on Wednesday it had signed a 5G patent cross-licensing deal with Chinese device maker Oppo that resolves patent litigation between the companies. Nokia has been involved in legal disputes with several Chinese tech firms, including Oppo, over patent payments. The Finnish group recently signed an agreement with Chinese smartphone maker Honor. Under the agreement, Oppo will make royalty payments along with cash-up payments to cover the periods of non-payments. Nokia said in a statement, the agreement resolve all pending patent litigation between the parties in all jurisdictions. That is the size of Top Accolade Global News Updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Wednesday.